Okie dokie. Looks like we're live. Things look to be good so far. So, hello everyone, Neirui here. And welcome back once more to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, tonight should be an interesting one, because the major goal tonight is twofold. First priority is to push as much as we can through the post-Endwalker MSQ, get as close as possible to getting into Dawn Trail. Second, on the side, also continue where what we started last time, but weren't able to really get fully into because, for whatever reason, last time the queue for it was just stupid long, and we unlocked it a bit late in the stream. That would be the Endwalker Alliance Raid series.
At least we're not going for 6 hours. Not that one time.
Yeah, that one time just got carried away with it. So that was definitely very much an unplanned 6-hour stream. Or unplanned for... unintentional is probably the best option.
Interesting. That's certainly one way of putting it, no?
I mean, the intention wasn't to go for that long, but we got to the final area of Endwalker and just... well, things kept on hitting so hard that it just kept pulling me into it, where it was just hard to find a stopping point, and I just got swept away with the story.
You are a... what to call you? A sussy baka isn't gonna cut it. Where are you anyway? Hacking in the High Crucible.
I'm up here because it's where the next MSQ quest is at.
Fair enough. Oh shit, yeah.
Well, technically also the one for the Hildebrand quest, but still holding off on that till you're caught up with that one.
We're not ready for Hildebrand yet, at all. Come on, and break mouse.
Well, I hope it will be soon, because I want to see what shenanigans the gentleman of mystery gets himself up to again this time. Plus, if I heard correctly, he's also tied to the relic weapons for this expansion, and when I've seen them, those things look pretty darn cool, and I want to get one. I still need to figure out which class I want to push for it on, but I still want to get at least one. I mean, Reaper is obviously a pretty cool one, but maybe at this point it's not going to be used for like being an actual weapon. It's going to be more for glam purposes. So maybe I should get one that's got the best look. So Reapers could be a possible option for it. I might need to go and look these up.
I'll get on with it now.
Yeah. You want to queue us up for the Alliance raid?
Which lance raid is that?
Aglaya.
Already done.
Excellent. Yeah. And at least at the outset, about 5 or so minutes shorter estimated wait time than last time we tried to queue for this.
People apparently don't like this raid series from the look of it, or how long it took us to do it.
Right, here we all are.
What the fuck?
You discovered something new.
I hate to get the sound out.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the... For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Its annoyance is immeasurable.
Then what of the many void scent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power. To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner. Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
Interesting.
Did you get a dialogue?
Just listening to
Once at
Ishtola
its
explain the
destination,
arcane
summoned soul
science
is granted
between
a temporary vessel to
summoning
inhabit.
Void Scent.
In the Gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
You get dialogue. Remember, point that out.
Will do.
Wait. You said that Void Scent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
When the hordes poured forth from Alak's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
How do you intend to get your answers?
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th, and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
I think there's much anything from here but basically got a dialogue choice. Basically, it's still offering for me to join her on a little sojourn over to the 13th because been there before, and yeah, we kicked the Cloud of Darkness as well. I think the Cloud of Darkness has an ass to kick, but we kicked whatever it was.
So much for taking it easy.
Since when were you one for the quiet life? Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to
If
the
actually
Void
actually
Gate,
crouches down to you
there
if
is
you're a
this small
lollipop.
matter of being unable to
That is
open
a
it
very
really
without
neat
the
feature.
Satrap's
Yeah, that
personal
is a very
knowledge.
nice touch.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
An artificial man-made void scent, huh?
A man-made void scent.
Interesting.
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Shah's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
Let's see. Got the restricted section of Nomenon, Garaha's favorite place to sneak around, or just with what? I'm feeling Garaha's favorite place to sneak around.
Yes, do it.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy. In which case, say we directly to Charlian.
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves. I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. Still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
Is that a short joke, Estinian? Needing help to reach the high shelves? You're talking
No,
to a lot.
that's because he's an Elizon and he's extremely tall.
Yeah, and he's also talking to a Lalafell who is extremely short.
No, it's not race locked. That's specifically because he's an Elizon, not because he's talking to you. He's taller than, but he'd be taller than anyone except a fellow Elizon, because Elizon are just generally extremely tall. So no, that is not a Lalafell joke. Even if you're trying to make fun of yourself, no, that's not a Lalafell joke. Unfortunately, that is not him making a short joke. It'd be cool attention to detail if it was, but no, he is not making a short joke.
Let us be on our way as well.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Yeah. You all right there?
Yeah. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
Off to Charlene. Ah, there you are, Stilla.
Well, Lullafell, you move extremely fast.
Sometimes it can work. And it definitely helps if I know where I'm going and I'm gonna have something of a route planned. Well, that usually includes having the map open constantly.
This is fair.
Alright, we got an ally who can present this little request to the forum. And looks like we're gonna need to get a second to support us. Alright, looks like our next stop is the Olivia estate. I'm not sure these escort missions will work correctly if you use the fast travel, or if I just have to physically walk the whole way.
What do you mean escort missions exactly?
Where you got the NPC following you, where you following you along.
You can't use the Etherite, but you can use the shards.
So I can use the shards, so I don't have to walk all the way directly from here to the Olivia estate.
As long as you do not actually leave Charlian, the Ethernet shards will work.
Yay! Good to know!
Yeah, it would be a pain in the ass otherwise, but these are also in Dawn Trail. In fact, they're at the beginning of Dawn Trail as well. One of the first things in one of the first Dawn Trail quests is basically an introduction, much like the introduction to Charlian, so prepare for that. You won't actually have the Ethernet to actually take you around the first area of Dawn Trail when you actually get to it. So, yeah, you're going to be in for quite the walk. Luckily, you've got a while to go for that, but that's more of a heads up and a forewarning that the first quest of Dawn Trail, there isn't the introductory quest. Will be not an escort mission, more of a this is what everything is type mission that they started introducing when we first arrived in Charlian. So yeah. But again, luckily we won't have to worry about them for a while, but you will want to keep that up. One of the things that makes Dawn Trail a bit of a slog is it has to do with those. But hey, at least Foshalom is a little less of an asshole now.
Okay, we've got Fortunalt on the team as well. Now time to wait for the results over at the Baldesian Annex. Definitely grateful that the Aethernet shards work for this. Yeah, considering how long we've had to sit for this one, yeah, I might have to agree with you. It sounds like these alliance raids might be one of the less popular ones. Oh, and Carl there with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Alright, so this is the fastest way.
Yeah, no, the fact that we're waiting this long doesn't seem very likely we'll be getting in tonight.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we might just have to do, if it ends up taking too long, we might just have to end up doing it on our own time.
We might have to.
And just forgo doing this one on stream because, yeah, we're not doing long enough streams to cover this kind of a long wait. I mean, we could probably
Honestly, it doesn't help that we're doing it like they're doing the alliance raid at night either. We need to do it at peak hours to even get a chance of getting in quickly. Especially since we're trying to, what we're doing is we're streaming for one specific alliance raid rather than doing roulette. Most people don't do alliance raids in the previous expansion unless they're doing roulette, honestly.
Yeah.
Or unless it's Crystal Tower, because you have to do that one while doing ARR.
True. Yeah, only other option I could think. Only other option I can think of for someone wanting to run older alliance raids is because of wanting to get certain alliance raid armor sets for glam purposes.
And most of the time they do that. Most of the time you do that, if you want an alliance raid, you will make a what's it called? You'd probably find you'd probably set up a fellowship or something.
Yeah, because for example.
Or what's going on? The party finder thingy.
Yeah. So it took me a while to get the glam set that I wanted because, well, for one, getting the right alliance raid to drop, and for two, for some reason, they just did not want to drop the pants I needed.
Oh, here we go. You'd need to use party finder, honestly. Most of these, most people would probably just be using party finder if they're doing it, if they want to get like cosmetics like that. But yeah, that if people are just doing an alliance raid for cosmetics, especially it's an older AR, it's more than likely that they'll be doing party finder. Some of the early reasons it's been able to get into some of the bigger alliance raids, like for Stormblood and whatnot, is because so many people have Stormblood unlocked. So it's very likely that not a lot of people bothered
If Asdemia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here.
This raid
Let
series.
us begin.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's in that weird spot of the new raid series is in the process of being added, which is actually the first raid for the raid series, the Dawntra raid series are being added in the next update, actually.
Yeah.
And it's in sort of the weird place of it's the alliance raid for the last expansion, which means not enough people know about it, and the ones that do have played it probably don't like it enough to come back to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not, it's both too new and not old. It's both like too
It's
new, but also in that sort of, it's both like too new and too old at the same time.
so basically in the awkward middle phase.
Kinda. It's in that phase of like, it's too new for anyone really to really sink their teeth into it, unless you're a really completionist. And at the same time, it's not old enough that everyone wants to really go back and try and play it. For nostalgia's sake.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think we can probably safely say that if we don't get in tonight, then we're just going to scratch trying to get the raids done, these alliance raids done on stream.
Especially with the raids, the actual Endwalker raids, being what they are, like, they actually have a lot more draw, being, as we've literally played the entire Endwalker raid series on stream. Well, you've seen what the Endwalker raid series is like. That's a hard thing to top, and to be fair, the Alliance raids for Endwalker were probably a bit lackluster, actually.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen of the opening, it's got an interesting ish premise, just having us going up against the 12.
Yeah, but at the same time, it feels like it's lacking something even now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels, I mean, with this kind of a queue, it's feeling like it's got the same kind of, it's just there as the Heaven's Ward ones did.
Yeah, this one just kind of feels like it was filler until, filler until Dawntrail came out. Like, they pad out the game more, you know?
Yeah. I am still very much looking forward to getting to the Dawntrail one because it's going back to Final Fantasy XI. It's, for me, it's a little bit of a spiritual homecoming to the time I spent playing that game. I mean, that is one I may that's one I'm still gonna want to do on stream when we get there, because I want to do that on stream where I can experience going back to the back to Juno for the first time in ages. Plus, I also want to get all the armor there, because that's armor which, if memory serves, was not really available to get, which is so back in 11, which is kind of an alternate color version of some of the various different armors that we did have. So I want to get all the 11 armor I can get for glam purposes.
Yeah, it's perfectly fair, honestly.
Especially if the caster stuff is what is the set that I'm thinking of, which can help me go along with a lot better when I'm playing as Black Mage, is to embody the spirit of Lady Shantoto.
Really?
I both respect and fear that mad Tarutaru Black Mage.
Well, you know that...
Yes, the ether is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about. Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in
And
this
this
regard.
imagery is just taking me back to giving me some Final Fantasy XI flashbacks. I don't remember because the Atomos, they did play a role in traveling between realms back in 11. It's been a while since I remember which exact expansion it was. But yeah, there was one expansion in 11 that had us interacting with these things that, until they were activated, we knew them only as the cavernous maws. But then once the expansion came out, which were these Atomos, they sucked us in and dragged us to a completely different world. Now, do bear with me, it has been quite a long time, so my memory may not be fresh. I may be misremembering this or just getting details wrong. But I believe it was the world that we were sucked into via the cavernous maws that allowed us to take on the Dynamis activity.
Dynamis activity?
Mm-hmm. It was
Which one's that now?
It was basically an alternate version of the world where we could do activities in there that could allow us to earn things like the Dynamis weapons.
Dynamis weapon?
Yeah.
Are you still talking about which Final Fantasy are you talking about now?
11.
Ah. That was also an MMO, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got, let's see, we've got the one tank, which is itself, we've got 2 healers and 5 DPS. Think we're gonna get in tonight, or should we just call it cancelling with Q?
May as well cancel with Q, because, well, I don't know how far out we are from another dungeon or trial.
We're pretty close, actually.
From its distended maw, it can expel an
What do you think?
endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against
One
these
sec, actually.
abominations.
No worries. I'm just taking in this research with the Stola.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate,
Oh.
we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure.
Yeah, I still remember how much the cavernous maws kind of creeped me out when I was wandering around the lands of Vanadil, and then how much it kind of freaked me out at first when all of a sudden I interacted with one and it started sucking me in.
Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand
It
at
started
will
doing
into a
what,
functioning
eh?
gate.
It sucked me in, and I was just wandering around. I interacted with the cavernous maw, and all of a sudden its mouth started to glow. It started sucking me in, and then I got dragged right into that maw and sent to another world.
So, are you saying that it started sucking you? Don't you dare know.
You do realize you gave me the power.
Just keep the power low, please. You had that coming. Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah, you had that coming.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum.
Oh, there it is.
Thus completing
Finally.
what we have dubbed our artificial atoms.
Pretty much. Okay.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to the restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
All right, time to head back to the great work now. See what how we can do to get this whole thing started. A little side mental tangent. I am still gonna need to try and figure out, because much like when I finished Endwalker and went to the post game, I went from a Mikote to a Lalafell. I am planning on popping another Fantasia when I get to Dawn Trail, but I still can't quite make up my mind on what I want to change to.
Oh, they're adding Viera. They're adding Viera and what you call them?
Hrothgar.
Hrothgar hats. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Those are actually kind of the two I've been debating on, because my two most common races that I go to that I have presets made for are what the Lalafell you see now and a Viera. But I'm also...
Alright, hey, hold on. Give it a sec. You're in the Great Work, right?
Yep.
Alright, be right there. Bonne nuit. Alright. On the way, hold on. It really wants that outfit, by the way.
Just a little to the south.
Sup.
But it looks like Ellison this time.
Correct. Been meaning to try Alizen for a while. Especially with you being so short and all. That was kind of the idea, like with the Hrothgar thing, was like, obviously it already had the Hrothgar preset, and was like, with you, with the fact you, what was you were previously, Makote?
Yep.
And it was personally an hour, and I was like, well, you've gone short, so it may as well, like, switch to being, like, a tall character, like, for, like, contrast. Just, you know, just for, like, just the shits and giggles. This one is more of a preset that was actually made earlier, that was made a couple of days ago, based on an actual art that was made.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is actually a preset it's planning on using over in the EU service for its Lala. Or what's currently its Lala. So it's decided to try this one out, you know, see how it actually feels to play an Ellison. Because obviously, this is like... Another thing is obviously going to be needing a few MGP points to switch to the proper hairstyle. Actually, got, yep, need about 300k. Was it 30k? MVP. So while you're in a cutscene, it's gonna be within the gold also.
Excellent.
Yes, we know. Yep, 30,000 MGP. Got 100, got 100 so, yeah. Yeah, by the way, once you next end up in the, in that room, there'll be a, no. You'll know where to go now. Ah, there we are. One copy of Modern Aesthetics. Charming. Good. Already an old may as well just
Alright, so next up, gotta go and get some of the materials to construct the artificial automos.
Restricted reading, yes?
Yep, restricted reading. I'm off to inspect the astrally dense pocket of water.
Lovely. should be when you actually next get to the blue thingy. Whatever it is. What I use it. You're on the land, dear fellow! Fix this up with a flying cloth, would you?
Jean Delane. One of the, if I'd say, arguably the best implementation of a system to cosmetically alter your appearance. He's just so much fun.
Oh, it finds itself very much great. Oh, that looks lovely. I'm going to show it off to Kafina. Kafina is friend and found sister. Plays as an Ellison. Let's see, where are you? You're still in the great work, yes?
Yep, picking up a new quest.
On the way.
The ruins
Oh, yes,
alone
this is the
were
one.
impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
I mean, that is a fair concern, Varshan.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely fair, honestly.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify.
Oh, this is
The
the
Noah
quest.
reports
This is the
claim
quest.
that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence, but I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Why am I leaning towards say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian?
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Surely you'd not expect me to wriggle through that tiny portal.
We needn't attempt anything so drastic. A small familiar should serve well enough.
Oh, you have another fun dialogue option in this quest.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms.
Oh, you get an excellent speech
Fear
option
she's
in a
been
sec, mate.
possessed.
Oh, come now. It was adorable.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve as well.
Okay.
This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should be wary of void sense slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nidana safe from harm.
He's a bit thrown off.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
I think I know which one to say. Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
Remember, Dave, this is only one of the funny moments you get in post Endwalker. We get plenty of them. Like, obviously, with how downer ending it, like how downer Endwalker was as a whole. Post Endwalker, while kind of serious in parts, it does have a lot of levity to it. Or at least in certain sections. You'll especially enjoy the section with the curry.
I think we've waited long enough.
You'll understand.
Nixies, return to my side. Thank you, little. You did well.
Poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
They're coming through!
In the name of Al-Zidal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void. You remember Unakalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus.
Ah, call back to the Warring Triad.
The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
Oh, and another callback. This one from back in Shadowbringers, that we learned and interacted with from doing all of the role quests. Should I refer to her as the barmaid at the Wandering Stairs or Ardbert's companion, the Elven Swordswoman? Both apply to her.
Albert's companion would be more respectful of him.
Yeah, it does feel more respectful.
Silver, the adventurer who traveled with the Warriors of Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Cielo, or rather Silver, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakalhai. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've missed unique
Then
interaction
I
by
can
not
begin
playing
work on
Reaper
constructing
when
an
you first
artificial
started this
atlas.
quest line. But there might be another one down the
Or I
line.
could,
so
if I had the
there's,
relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Sartrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my
Hey,
officials
Nay.
upon our return.
What did you say the maximum rank for the faction was?
For like the Allied Society quests,
Yeah.
the max rank outside of getting them all done is individually it's Bloodsworn. You need to get everyone on up to Bloodsworn in a single expansion to perform the Allied quest, which will get you up to Allied with them.
It asks as it's just gotten to Bloodsworn with the Akasadara.
We will see you back in the city then.
Yep, that means you've managed to max yourself out with the Arcasadara, which means you'll need to max yourself out with the Omicron and the Loprits if you want to get up to Allied rank.
You do realize that requires being a disciple of the Hand Seven line, right?
Yep.
Right.
I will say, because I've just managed to get to Allied the other day, the quest, the Allied quest for getting up to Bloodsworn with all three is worth it. It is so much fun. In my opinion, at least.
Fair enough. So what are you planning on plantation to?
Like I said, at this point, the choice is teetering between my classic Vieira and Hrothgar.
You could always try Hrothgar. But the fact that they are adding, they are adding wearable hats, but they're not going to all be wearable.
Yeah, because I believe in the past I've shown you the Hrothgar design I came up with.
I believe so, yes.
Who we know who can help improve it? Garland Ironworks, the Alligans, or I'm not sure.
Golden Iron works.
Yeah, I was
Come
thinking
on,
that.
we all know
it-
that's a correct answer.
Yeah. I mean, why not get Sid involved in this, since we always end up getting him dragged into these things one way or another?
Very true.
Okie dokie, next stop to Rolger's Reach. Oh, they're taking me there directly. Oh, nice.
Yee. It's actually nice that they actually dropped you off at Ralph's Ridge.
Very much so.
Rather than having to go all the way there for once, you actually get teleported. Re-teleported.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, lovely. He's gonna get Nero in on the project.
Well, Nero does have experience.
Oh, indeed. Alright, back to the great work to check on that artificial Atomos.
Ah, hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope.
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Al-Zadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial Atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament.
Oh, so that's what Astinian was up to.
For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan. You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need to do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Well done, Estinian. Well done. So, should we, will we question about him wallowing in uncertainty forever? Or just tell him straight out to protect them that he must take heart?
Take heart. That's what I would say.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Razadhan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavne for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
He may not dare, and I definitely have no intention of letting him either. I feel like for this, any other former scions we should call on?
Yep.
chugging away, making nice progress, I think. Meanwhile, on the 13th.
Thus I am returned. To be swallowed, bereft of senses.
Well, that don't look good. I got the achievement, so I believe that's the story for one of the major patches done.
We're already standing around now, no? Oh, you're in Megadon.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on now. Considering that you've left it sitting with its thumbs up its arse for the last... It's lost count of how long. How many streams, honestly. How about we do something to break up the monotony, eh?
Sure, just let me pick up the next quest and then we can hop into it. Alright, already. So, what you have in mind?
Leveling roulette.
Alright, so let's see. What new job do I want to run for this?
Oh, right, that's right. You got switched over to body later because of, bullshit. You know, it had to sign out to, use the Fantasia. Nay? Can you body later? Yes, you make it very cute bunny girl. And kind of creepy at that because you're all well, but whatever. Make a very adorable bunny girl, but please give it the yes, and now it's been played. Oh shit. Was there a fast guy?
I was gonna say not close enough to get to in time.
I don't.
Yeah, the Katana Ravel.
Apparently the gear, the durability on this gear is low right now. Nay. Are you a Playboy Bunny Machinist?
Yes.
Your boldness is appreciated, eh? And your choice of the bunny outfit is applauded. Or no, sorry, bunny suit. Sorry, bunny outfit is different. Ah!
that's one fight I still remember from trying to grind up the trust NPCs. Which, now I think about it, I still haven't even touched the trust NPCs in Endwalker yet. I might want to see to that at some point.
This tank is mad. It's good enough for your temper tantrums, asshole.
Yeah.
Jeez, talk about bringing down the house.
It's not the most optimal AoE DPS. I just love that as a machinist. I've got a flamethrower. Oh crap.
No!
Ow.
Our tank wasn't using the medications, were they?
Possible.
Notice that the tank is definitely not using as many medications as it should be using. Like, you should definitely use at least one mit while in combat, rather than just leaving the onus entirely on the healer.
I mean, if and when I do full room pulls like that, yeah, I do try to, at minimum, try and keep one mitigation up at a time. Like, pop one, wait for that to expire, then pop the next.
If you're doing a full room pull like that, like, actually, to be honestly, there was actually a White Mage Dawn Trail where it was literally, yeah. Personally, it was it was full Dark Knight, and actually running, doing full room pull. The friggin' White Mage was like, oh no, I can't heal you, I don't have enough healing shit. Yeah, it's told you the story before, but like, dude, you're a White Mage. You have every friggin' thing available. If you're like level 90 something, you have plenty of healing shit to deal with the sick through.
Sounds like it might be one of those healers that just thinks, oh, I just press the one button and I'm done.
Pretty much. They're like, oh no, I don't have anything I can heal you with. Dude, you're fucking playing White Mage. You're level 90 or so, and you've got Liturgy of the Bell or not. You're like, oh no, I don't have anything I can heal you with. It's like, you had all the way from Cure through 2-3. You had your damn Lily. You had a Size, Plenary Indulgence, Divine Benison. Hell, you even had Aquavale and Liturgy of the Bell. We're above level 90 level. We're like mid-90 level. We're like second dungeon lord. Say 93, really. It's like, you've got Medica to have regen. You're not using regen on the fucking tank. Why are you not applying buffs to the tank? It's like, why? There's like your main goblin healer is like, you literally have benediction, full heal. We died twice on a single room pull, multiple times over, and it was getting blamed. For not using enough mitigations. it was using all of its mitigations.
Hmm.
3 mitigations on a single 9 enemy poll. These were weak enemies. Like normal enemies, not like anything too particularly tough. It's like normal enemies, and we get bitched at. It's like, you fucking kidding?
Yeah.
Actually went after that dungeon. Actually ended up going and blocking the bastard. Like physically ended up going to that player's server and actually blacklisting them. And finally slogged with them.
Yeah, I relatively recently in memory had 2 such instances where I had a encounter in with some less than ideal healers.
Yeah, the healer acts like, oh no, it's the tank's problem not being able to mitigate damage when the healer is applying buffs. Sorry, what? Wait. Why make you think get that many buffs to apply? You need to apply, like, regen if you can. We're even using Medica and Medica 2. And you know what? They actually have the goal to say, oh, I've been watching the mitigation enough. Dick! This hasn't been a problem with any other healer, and it's been playing since friggin' it's leveled this tank all of this. It was a level 100 tank at the point. It's like, dude, leveled the Dark Knight all the way to level 30 and level 100 tanks. Mostly been doing it for dungeons, and that problem with its tanking style. Honestly, if it's 2 of us on stream, literally insisted we both pick the healer. If it had been 2 of us that like streaming and like if it had been during one of these different like this one, it would have been just the healer. Right then and there on the spot. That's got some kind of creeping with it. You can't get to level 90 or so as a healer, like, you can't get to the high 90s as a white mage, even like level of white mage. You can't get to that high level fast. Unless someone else got more or something against US. And, you know, and obviously against US are incredibly scummy. It's like, why would you have someone else level your job for you? And lazy bastard are you? You're not even playing the game with them. You're a fucking loser. Pay someone else to level the game for them.
Yeah. Yeah, probably even worse yet is leveling it via bots.
true.
Because, yeah, some of my more recent, oh, what is wrong with this healer type moments? One that I remember specifically because it was at an early, it was a leveling roulette, and I ended up in Sastasha, the very first dungeon. I was tanking, and this healer insisted on using Medica from the far end of the room, way outside of the range of where Medica is actually effective on me. And as much as I tried to politely say, I could use some single target heals because, you know, I'm taking a lot of damage as the tank and I don't have that much self-preservation stuff at this level. Could you maybe use a cure on me, or if you're going to keep using Medica, move closer to where I'm actually in range to receive the heal? Nothing. They just made a purpose to stay. It seemed like they made an exact purpose to stay well outside of the range of where Medica would hit me as the tank.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly annoying, honestly.
Yeah. Another one where they kept on they were very insistent on using Cure 3. And again, I tried to be polite and say that Medica and Medica 2 might be a better option because it has a wider range and it'll hit the rest of the party. Because Cure 3 is more for when you're stacking up. But they still kept on using...
Cure 3 also has the highest use of MP, like it has the highest MP cost out of all the healing spells in the game.
Yeah, it's basically, oh shit, this is a lot of damage coming up, stack up, I need to keep everyone alive.
Pretty much, while also staying away from the damage source yourself, too.
Yeah, but when I tried to, again, I tried to be as polite as possible, because they could be still relatively new to it, because it wasn't that high of a level dungeon.
Are they a sprout?
Yeah, they were spouting. You know what? Oddly enough, it was also Sastasha hard. So, weird that both of these awkward healer moments both happened in Sastasha. But yeah, not only were they still had the Sprout logo on, but after I tried to be as polite as I could. Just try to give them a recommendation of trying something else that would be more effective, because we wiped a few times to the first boss, that big scorpion. But rather than do anything, they just rage quit. So we were stuck there for a bit until a new healer came in, which the new healer was actually quite good, or at least at a more basic level, and we were able to get it done. But yeah, everyone in the party was basically thinking, okay, because I was asking, like, I was trying to be polite. I wasn't trying to come off as a jerk, and yeah, they basically agreed. Yeah. The jerk there was the healer, who would rather rage quit than try and alter their healing strategy. Yeah, most of the players you find in this game are really good, or at least bare basic. I don't want to say basic, but decent enough. But every so often you do get the bad luck with one of the more jerky types. I like to think that feels like it doesn't happen nearly as often as it does in some other games. Oh, sweet mercy! There's the artificial Atomos, and now I'm having Final Fantasy XI flashbacks again. The gang's all here. Sid, Biggs, Wedge, and Nero.
Have you noticed the irony of the names of Biggs and Wedge in each of the Final Fantasy XIVs? Like FF7, for example. Wedge was literally a fat guy.
Yeah. And then, of course, they also end up later on throwing in Jesse into the mix.
Don't know about that, but like in this case, Biggs in this one is a massive big guy, and Wedge the Lalafell in FF14 is basically a fucking doorstop, like a door wedge. Come on, he's so small he could basically be a door wedge, which is probably why he's called why they went for a Lalafell or Wedge in this one. Yeah, it realizes you're a Lalafell, but you know, let's be fair, that's probably the joke. That is probably the joke. I also realize you're playing Lalafell, but it doesn't change the fact that the joke is the joke. So, well. Actually, speaking of, I just realized something. So, Nay, Wedge in this, in FF14, you know what he is, right? He's Potato Wedge.
Well played. Well played.
Only literally just struck it.
actually agree with you there, Nero. What kind of a present could it take so long for Varshan to be given?
My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Vritra, I presume.
Indeed, this vessel now serves as a host for my eye.
Yeah, I could hear that coming through the mic.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
And that would explain what would take it so long. An older-looking, more robust body.
I was aware
this
that
one's
the
actually
alchemists
capable
were
of
busy
combat, too.
preparing something. But this...
We couldn't well send you on such a perilous mission unprepared, Your Excellency. We spared no effort in crafting the body, and I dare say you'll find it adept at wielding weapons and magics both. 'Twas our intent to present it to you sooner, but we could not bring ourselves to do so, knowing we could yet improve it further. Pray forgive us.
There is not to forgive. I am grateful for this fine vessel, and shall put it to good use. Again, I ask that you watch over Radzatan in my absence. The dangers we go to face are great and many, and I fear I will be unable to give matters here due attention. And in opening the Void Gate, there is ever risk that Voidsent will find their way into our world.
Rest assured, we are more than prepared. Our soldiers have been training under Master Estinian. On my honor, we will not suffer a single fiend to pass. So, think only of your mission, Varshan. Ah, but seeing as this is a different body, perhaps we should use a different name.
Nay, Varshan shall suffice. Though I may have thus grown up, I am as ever a little brother to you all.
As you say, as you say. Go then, Varshan. And best of luck.
I have something for you as well.
Oh.
While you were gone, Urianger paid us a visit. As you may recall, he joined us on our foray into Alzadal's legacy, in part to conduct research for the Loperids. Research they were delighted to receive, and which has already inspired them to consider new ways to improve their own treasure vault. As a token of their gratitude, Livingway entrusted a familiar relic to Urianger. Aye, the crystal, which showed the way to Meteon. The Loperids no longer have need of it, and thus saw fit to return it to us. Harboring the power of light, it could well aid us in our mission in the void. And who better to bear Heidelin's gift than her chosen champion?
If there is nothing left to discuss, then let us depart. Our boat awaits us in Akyali.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Shit.
I shall now lift the seal. In the name of Al-Zadar III, I cast open this door unto the void!
Go. Absorb the void gate.
I still get creeped out when I see an active cavernous maw.
It worked.
Really now?
We should have no trouble passing through a gate of that size.
Is that the only thought that goes through your head?
What can we expect to find after stepping through?
On my previous foray, I emerged in a castle swarming with void scent. I was hopelessly outnumbered and forced to turn back. But together, I am confident we can hold our own. Upon our arrival, let us deal with any hostile entities and secure the area. The command of our mission, I leave in your capable hands. In the event of battle, I shall adapt my tactics to complement your own.
Should we require healing, I can
Basically
provide
saying
it.
it's a tanker
It would be a
DPS.
welcome change of pace from my recent havoc wreaking.
Oh, I stole a healer. With how much he's been running basically Black Mage, it's easy to forget that she started off as a conjurer.
We will brave this broken world and rescue my sister Ajdaya.
Alright, so the Fell Court of Troya is now unlocked.
Yep.
And that looks to be the 40 Tombstone reward dungeon, so if this file is similar to the past, that means we should have, if memory serves, 3 more MSQ dungeons that'll to get the 50, 70, and 100 Tombstone reward ones. After this one, of course.
You are correct. There are other ones though that are optional that you could unlock at level 90, including let's see, like Smileton, for example.
Yep, that one I've gotten and completed.
You've done Smileton?
Yep.
Oh, that one's a pain. A lot of people don't like doing Smileton because it's one of the pain.
It was interesting at the very least.
Yeah, true.
Also managed to find and unlock the Stigma Dreamscape. Got that one done too.
Oh yeah, it's not done Sigma Dreamscape yet.
Yeah, I'd be happy to run it with you.
Yep, sure. Maybe after the stream.
Yeah. Haven't found any others past that of those two, though. Then again, I've not been super combing all the areas to make sure I find everything.
This is fair.
I should probably do that at some point before I hit Dawn Trail. Here we go! Back into the void.
This is gonna suck. Alright, short stuff, let's go, let's do this.
Interesting. Yeah, music's not too bad in here. Feels like it's been a while since we've gotten a boss fight that was basically an ad rush.
I can't remember the last time we did this. Now the fight really begins.
I'll admit, at least as far as ambiance goes, this place isn't too bad.
Good atmosphere at least.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so that's what that does.
Crap! The good thing I'm feeling is that if they hadn't, we would be dead. Literally.
Whew.
That purgeable attack inflicted doom on us.
You got a good point there. This could make a pretty solid VR chat world if someone were to go through the trouble of
So the gate did open
setting it up.
and delivered the most mouth-watering morsels. That is mine!
Scarmiglione.
I am scarring deep of your death of earth and first of Golbez's circle of thought. Such pleasure I will take in delivering you unto your grave.
Golbez wants a fight, he'll get
You
one.
must die!
Has anybody confirmed his name is Golbez yet?
Yep. They name dropped him.
My blade thirsts
No.
for
Plus, we've got a variation of the Final Fantasy IV music playing.
That's what this is?
Yeah, the Final Fantasy IV battle music.
Let a guess. Golbez is in Final Fantasy IV.
protect
Yep.
me, my minion!
Quickly, take it the next episode.
Taste through this flare! Stubborn mortal! Fill your lungs.
Uh-oh, don't want to be standing in that.
Defeated by you!
You're done, mate.
So we're dealing with Golbez and his 4 generals. It has been way too long since I've fought Golbez.
This Scarmalone, he knew the gate had opened.
That laughing is slightly concerning, no?
Final Fantasy IV is one of my favorite of the classic Final Fantasies. I technically still haven't beaten it because the version I had, I got to the end and, well, I got sidetracked. But I got all the way up to the end. So I've had the pleasure of fighting Golbez before, as well as his 4 generals with Cecil and company. Got to get to know the iconic Dragoon Kane.
And not for the first time. He and his brethren must keep watch over the portal.
Interesting.
As we do ours, but to unflinchingly consume our fellow Voidsent. Like men, perhaps they form factions and fight amongst themselves.
The question, what will the minions do? Your mistress is no more, and the one who consumed her we slew in turn. Do you still mean to try us?
I expect some Voidsent are more intelligent than others. Perhaps these ones simply do not understand our words.
Even beasts ought to understand strength.
There is much we do not know about Voidsent. If we are to survive their world, it would be wise to learn their ways.
Let's see. Proceed with caution and pick up what we can, or don't overthink it. We'll improvise as we go along. Personally, I'm leaning towards the... What was that?
Second one. You always do, don't you?
I try not to, but when getting swept into the various storms of what's happening,
If that is your preferred approach, then very well. I shall defer to your adventurer's intuition. I am here, sister. Finally here. And I will find you. I swear it.
buried memory.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't actually follow you into the void now. Sorry.
Yeah, As I can say right here, from this point onward, you'll not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return via Weaver's Warding. Yeah, and of course, can enter the now I can enter the Fell Court of Troya with a party of NPC avatars in the Trust interface.
Yep. But yeah, the area you're in this instance, technically other players can't actually enter it. So you're on your own.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Everything okay there?
Die! Yeah, just, massive spider.
Ooh.
Luckily I had a Pepsi bottle in range to smash the thing with. Bloody hell. Fuck! Jesus. Wonder where all those bloody weapons in that box were coming from. Finds another one, it's killing the thing. Ugh.
Yep. On the one hand, I understand the spiders can help keep the pests down, in the place, but just do so from your hidden corners. Do not show yourselves to me.
Ugh. Unfortunately, we've been having to keep the window open here due to the recent heat waves.
Yeah, that does not help.
Yeah.
Let's see how far I can get here in this void world. At least before it comes time to wrap up.
It nearly is already. We've been going about 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We should get back into routine and you're doing roulettes in between every quests, breaking monotony.
Hmm. There. It's tough trying to keep that balance of trying to make me, because on the one hand we have been making some pretty solid progress on working our way through the post Endwalker stuff.
Making meat, eh? It wasn't aware you were a culinarian right now.
Bleh.
Then again, after seeing that big maw, it's no wonder if you're hungry. What?
I'll just say I am indeed quite eager to make my way to Dawn Trail.
Oh? Looking forward to a few beefcake scenes, are we? Maybe some cheesecake?
Shush you.
You are the friend.
Oh, that's who this void scent is. You're the void scent bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
I wouldn't exactly use the term friend.
Is that Heidelin's crystal?
But how? The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
Got, strictly speaking, I'm nearly Sonata. Straightforward. Whatever Xenos may have said, I wasn't his friend. And not to you, at least, not yet. Which one? Which one? Yeah, any thoughts on this one?
You can choose your own, yeah. Which one do you feel best?
Not the first, because, perhaps a little bit too much time spending playing tabletop games where giving your name out can be a bit of a dangerous thing.
What a surprise.
I think I can send a metaphorical olive branch saying not to you, at least, not yet.
So, you're not a friend. Then, what is it? What is a friend?
where everything begins. Sure you want to offer up your own ether, Stola?
She's already burning her own life away. Smack.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if there could be some way to restore her sight so she doesn't need to use such a dangerous technique in order to allow herself to see.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I become a woman grown.
So she's half void sent.
But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full.
Half cure, half blood. Yep.
I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Then call me what you will. I care not.
How about 0?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. 0 then.
Yeah, I think it's a nice name. I mean, I've had my fair share of experiences with characters who go by the moniker of 0.
A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
Well, 0, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ashdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us. Did you say something?
I fear the walls have ears.
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
My friends, we're being watched.
Well, now, if you're being watched, maybe you should start keeping time.
As much as I really want to continue this because feel like I'm getting sucked into the story again. We may have to just put a pin in it here, and I'll just have to do the thing where because I'm probably gonna have to leave between here and when we come back to this again. But
Probably will, yeah.
So I'm just going to. Oh, and it looks like my next interaction is going to be going to take me into an a further instance. So I'd have to go at it solo. Because Zero's got that glow saying that you're going to pull me into a longer scene that's going to involve a fight.
Yep.
So yeah, this is probably as organic a stopping point as we're going to get for tonight.
What a shocker. Oh, it regrets its phrasing immediately.
I said I'd be responsible with a thing, and I am.
What was the joke that got you to shock it with earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, some kind of kind of smarmy wordplay. But yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much again for joining me for this one. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, of course. There's always a pleasure in this.
Yeah. I kind of wonder how far we'll get next time, because for one, I am definitely enjoying this, and I definitely want more, so depending on how things go next week, I may be tempted to try and maybe start a little earlier, just so I can have more time to explore this and get further along in the story. Because going and spending an extended time in the void and dealing with a somewhat more balanced void scent, for lack of a better term, because I'm not sure how we can really describe what they're at this point, because we've learned that Zero was basically born half void scent because, you know, exposed to darkness while still in the womb, so... And thanks to the crystal we've got, they had an infusion of light to burn off their excess darkness, so they're still overwhelmingly on the side of darkness, but much more in balance than they were before. So, I'm not sure what's the best term to describe them in their current state. Either way, it is getting quite intriguing. But we'll have to continue the intrigue later. So, thanks again to everyone who came by to watch. Thank you again, Carl, for the 100 bits. And until the next time, I hope you all have a good time and take care. Bye-bye.